Marriage is a supreme sharing of experience, an adventure in the most intimate of human relationships. Today, Jen and Wayne proclaim their love and commitment to the world, and we gather here to rejoice, because today is a moment when we all finally get to say, "Holy kittens, you two, it's about darn time."
Good one, Mark.
Thanks, Chris. Wayne, do we have the parents? If you could join us a little bit closer, please.
What's the...
Wayne, you did not come to be here without the love and support of others. You were born into this world and were nurtured and protected as you grew into the strong and capable man you now are. And so who so loved the boy that he in time became this man? And are you now willing to share your son that he may join with this woman? And will you now embrace her as your daughter?
Definitely.
And Jen, you did not come to be here without the love and support of others. You were born into this world and you were nurtured and protected as you grew into the strong and capable woman you now are. And so, who so loved the girl that she in time became this woman? And are you now willing to share your daughter that she may join this man? And will you now embrace him as your son?
We will.
There's a lot more excitement in the rehearsal.
We were trying to be nice.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyone in for a group hug here?
Come on, bud.
Beautiful family moment, just like any family moment. Hugs, kisses, and mayhem. Thank you, parents. Will you please be seated?
I got duct tape.
Family and friends, I realized something before the ceremony, and that we have a little bit of name confusion going on here with our groom. Some of you know him as Wayne, others know him as Baker. So to avoid any kind of confusion, for the purposes of our ceremony today, Wayne will be known as Francisco.
Okay, Francisco, get out.
Also, family and friends, many of you may have noticed the sign at the back, on the back table there as you walked in. Jen and Wayne have asked that we have an unplugged ceremony. And what that means is that we're going to all put away our cameras, we're going to all put away our cell phones, and we're just going to have a moment to be here. But Jen and Wayne do realize that this moment is special to all of you as it is to all of them, and it would be very unfair to rob you of those photographic moments. So, what we are going to do here at this moment is we are going to give you 3 ceremony poses that should wrap up everything that goes on here today. Now keep in mind, if you have cameras, if you have cell phone cameras, go ahead and get them out right now, because this is going to be your only moment to get these shots.
Where's your phone? Of all people, you don't have your phone ready.
Oh no, it'll ring about 5 minutes later.
No, everyone's here. No one can call her.
All right, we've got them all out? All right. So, Jen and Wayne, go ahead and come together a little bit. All right, now, so, ceremony pose number 1. Ceremony pose number 2. And ceremony pose number 3. It's okay. I think it came out well.
We ran out of time.
That last one, when you get home and those are in your photo albums, everybody's just going to be going, "What the? What went on at this wedding?" So, family and friends, well, moms are allowed to get the 4th picture.
I know.
So,
Put it away now.
everyone go ahead and put your cell phones and cameras away now, and then we will continue. And so now, family and friends, will you please join me in prayer? God of love, who gives us the longing for and capability of loving, we give you thanks for Jen and Wayne, for their open hearts and willing spirit, and for the example of love that they embody here in our presence. Be with them on this joyous occasion of showing their love and making their vows, and be with us, their witnesses, that we may all be changed by what is said and witnessed here. Amen. And now, family and friends, to begin our ceremony officially, I would like to ask Jen's Aunt Fran to read to us the key to love.
The key to love is understanding, the ability to comprehend not only the spoken word, but those unspoken gestures, the little things that say so much by themselves. The key to love is forgiveness, to accept each other's faults and pardon mistakes. I'm sorry. I told Jen I was going to try not to weep. Without forgetting, but with remembering what you learned from them. The key to love is sharing, facing your good fortunes as well as the bad together, both conquering problems, forever searching for ways to intensify your happiness. The key to love is giving, without thought of return, but with hope of just a simple smile, and by giving in, but never giving up. The key to love is respect, realizing that you are two separate people with different ideas, that you don't belong to each other, that you belong with each other and share a mutual bond. The key to love is inside us all. It takes time and patience to unlock all the ingredients that will take you to its threshold. I'm sorry, Jen. I told you she should have given me anything. It is the continued learning process that demands a lot of work, but the rewards are more than worth the effort. And that is the key to love. I love you guys.
Thank you.
And now, family and friends, to read to us from, well, possibly the world's most famous writer, author unknown, is Jen's great uncle, Pat.
Jennifer, Wayne. Today is a day you will always remember, the greatest in anyone's life. You will start off the day just two people in love and end it as husband and wife. It's a brand new beginning, the start of a journey with moments to cherish and treasure. And although there'll be times when you both disagree, these will surely be outweighed by pleasure. You'll have heard many words of advice in the past when the secrets of marriage were spoken. But you know that the answers lie hidden inside where the bond of true love lies unbroken. So live happy forever as lovers and friends. It's the dawn of a new life for you. As you stand there together with love in your eyes, from the moment you whisper, I do. And with luck, all your hopes and your dreams can be real. May success find its way to your hearts. Tomorrow can bring you the greatest of joys, but today is the day it all starts.
Thank you.
You know, family and friends, before the ceremony, I had the opportunity to be standing downstairs and watching everybody come in because I'm creepy. And there was a young family with a little girl. And I don't think she's part of this here. I think she was heading to dinner downstairs. But the little girl was absolutely amazed by everything that was going on. I mean, her eyes just lit up as she watched our bridesmaids go by looking absolutely beautiful in their dresses. And as our groomsmen went by looking. as groomsmen do. And her mother leaned down to her and said that somebody was getting married today. And you can see her thinking about this for a moment, and eventually she looked up at her father and she said, "Daddy, why do people get married?" Well, now, I didn't hear the answer that her dad gave her. I heard the slap he got from his wife, so I decided not to stick around after that. But in this true story that I've just made up, there is a very good question. Why do people get married? Jen and Wayne, why are you getting married? I mean, obviously it can't be because the two of you are in close proximity to each other, because you're way over there and she's way over there. So if you would like to get in a little bit closer, that'd be good. All right. But why do people get married? We all have different answers to this, of course. Love, sure. Companionship, better insurance rates.
Boredom.
Boredom.
Lack of better options, as you always say.
But you know, perhaps it goes back to the way that Jen and Wayne met.
Oh, God.
Which admittedly,
Tell them.
which admittedly is a confusing story depending on who's telling it, but it does lead to questions such as, how did Wayne get Jen's phone number? And at any time did he don a Superman cape? And which do you follow? Your head, your heart, or your soul? Perhaps it was that first kiss. But, well, that wasn't a real first kiss anyway, because it happened by accident.
Can I leave now?
So,
You gave them way too much information.
so perhaps it was that second first kiss, the one that was actually meant to happen. Perhaps it actually was an accident, one that leaves you depending on someone else for support, that shows just how far someone will go to see you through. Maybe it's NASCAR races or road trips or driving to Erie through a snowstorm because you just have to get a puppy. Perhaps it's his sense of humor, the way that she laughs at his jokes.
Most of the time.
Usually, yeah.
Even the bad ones.
Maybe it's her loving touch and caring nature, his honesty and dedication. Maybe it's that she's a great mom and he an amazing dad, and perhaps it's that they take on every challenge together. Maybe it's handmade glass ornaments and finding Buzz Lightyear and elaborate Christmas displays that raise money for causes dear to your hearts.
I'm pretty sure it's all of the above.
If anybody could take the wind out of somebody's sails, it's you, Chris. Perhaps.
You're always like this.
Perhaps it's because he has a habit of actually proposing marriage to Jen.
3 times.
Over text with a ring pop, on the Sky Coaster at Kennywood, and finally, simply and quite appropriately, in front of a Christmas tree. Perhaps it's learning that she has no sense of direction or that he can't take anything seriously. Perhaps it's learning to overcome your fears, like going skydiving, because nothing says, "I love you," quite like plummeting to earth together from 3,500 feet.
Nice one, Mark.
Oh my God. I'm going to give you the
Or
I don't want you to trouble, man.
perhaps it's that a wedding is more than a celebration of the love which lives in Jen and Wayne's hearts today. It reaches into the future and proclaims their intentions for that which tomorrow shall hold. A couple who marry are joined not only by the mutual affection and love they share, but also by their hopes, dreams, and by their promises of what will be. The promises and vows they make this day shall guide them into their common future. So perhaps it's best that we hear what this day means to them in their own words. And so, Wayne, will you embrace Jen as your wife, as your companion and best friend for life? Will you give to her your unending love and devotion? Will you be true to her, cherish her, and share your thoughts, hopes, and dreams with her? And will you stand by her in the triumphs and tragedies of life as a faithful and caring husband?
Can I have a minute to think about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Good. And now, Wayne, I know that you've chosen to, well, family and friends, Wayne is going to say his vows to Jen off the cuff because he is a man of intelligence and intellect and, above all, a manly man.
And a man who forgets things at home.
I tried, Wayne. Please now say your words to Jen.
Okay.
It's okay.
I don't know. We agreed to, write our vows to one another. Then I sat down in front of the computer and went totally blank.
All guys do.
Yeah. So, I was thinking about like the old, middle school like book reports and stuff like that, and
I have no idea where this is going.
I, Wayne, take Jen, to be my lawfully wedded wife because you're very, 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 very pretty.
Thank you.
But I figured since there's, 2 school teachers up here, I'm not going to get the gold star with that. So then I thought about going to Hallmark, but, I'm too cheap to buy all those cards.
Okay.
So I said, what the heck, and just kind of wing it. Okay, I love you very much.
I love you too.
We've been through a lot of ups and a lot of downs together over these last 7 years. We've did really cool things like jumping out of an airplane. We've had really sucky things like being at UPMC way more than we need to admit. I think we now have a wing named after us down there.
Maybe we'll get free parking.
Yeah, doubtfully. But through all of this, neither one of us ran. So I think we're kind of destined to be together because we've been through pretty much the really low, crappy stuff that no one wants to deal with. Yes, I used the word crap in the vows.
I know. I see that.
But I love you, and I will always be there for you and want you there too.
I love you too.
I love you.
I'm not allowed to kiss him yet, am I?
You're allowed one preemptive smooch, but after that, I get some sugar too. Yeah, if that doesn't keep you from doing it, I don't know what. And now, Jen, will you embrace Wayne as your husband, as your companion and best friend for life? Will you give to him your unending love and devotion? Will you be true to him, cherish him, and share your thoughts, hopes, and dreams with him? And will you stand by him in the triumphs and tragedies of life as a faithful and caring wife?
Yeah. There's no one.
And do we have Jen's vows?
I'm not going to make it through this. Just, I'm letting you know now.
Oh, you cheated. Yours are written down.
Because I was prepared.
I'm prepared. They're just on the computer. How many pages is that? Can I have a chair?
It goes fast. I talk fast when I'm nervous. Okay.
Oh, we're going to be here a while.
All right. Oh, crap. Okay. Baker, from the moment I met you, you've been taking care of me. From offering a ride to a girl you barely knew. See, I didn't make it 2 lines. Okay. To fixing my car whenever I break it. Not that that happens too often or anything.
Yeah, right.
Today, when we celebrate our love with all of our family and friends, you've always protected me and made my dreams come true. All right. You have brought me tremendous joy, and most importantly, you gave me hope again. Hope for a life with the man I had always dreamed of. I know. I know, but I wanted to say some stuff.
Okay,
Right.
who said that?
The hope of finding someone that would love me and embrace Chris as his own. You are the best father I could have ever dreamed of, and we are both blessed to have you in our lives.
You go, dude.
You have taught me how it feels to be loved completely for who I truly am, despite my PT moments. Shout out to Jeremy Jackson. My Lucky Brand jeans and constantly leaving the lights on. You love me. You have made me laugh more every day than I could ever have dreamed of. From the silliest moments we've shared, to stringing thousands of Christmas lights in the freezing cold, to wiping away my tears and making me laugh, even at the toughest times. We have always had fun just being together. You are the kind of girl a guy dream. You
Hey. No.
All right, redo. I had to have one. All right.
You are, Wayne.
All right.
Hey.
You're the kind of guy every girl dreams of finding but never truly believe exists. The too good to be true kind of guy that when you find him, you had no idea he was right in front of you. I have never doubted the kind of man you are. I just didn't think I was lucky enough to have you. I knew in a single instant that you were the one. In that moment, with one touch of your hand on my head and my heart filled with warmth and comfort, I knew that everything would be okay, and this was true love. In the darkest time, God gave me that sign, and I knew that our love was forever. I swear it's the last page. There is no one in the world I trust more with my heart, my life, my son. I owe a great debt to your mom. And to your dad for raising you to be the man you are today. You are strong, yet sweet when you want to be. You constantly amaze me with how smart you are and how you're always thinking of new projects. Your sense of humor is infectious, and I live for the little moments when your eyes light up when you get excited telling a story. Being in your arms is the safest place on earth, and waking up to you each and every day. Even when you steal my covers as a gift. I fell in love with you before I even never knew it. You are my best friend, and there's no one else I'd rather share my dreams with. I love you more than I could ever say, and I promise to spend my life trying to make you feel as happy and as loved as you have always made me feel.
Why don't you go ahead and get that preemptive speech?
Thank you.
And apparently, I had Francisco was the wrong choice. I should have gone with Francesca. I just didn't know. And of course, family and friends, this wouldn't be a family moment if we did not hear from, well, one particular guy.
I think we've heard from him enough.
And so,
No, Dee, I was just playing.
Wayne, Chris has some words.
Thank you. Baker, when I first met you, I thought you were funny and cool, and you definitely are. You were just as funny to me as Jeff Dunham, and even though you call me a stinky fart sniffer sometimes, you're still the best stepdad I can ask for.
Well, we got you a glass that says that.
Awkward. You have taught me how to solder, how to build things, how to fix cars, now not to drop stuff into a vent. You also taught me that I need to be responsible for my actions, and that I can do anything as long as I work hard. You are one of the smartest guys I know, including Albert Einstein and Tony Stark.
Oh, we had to get the superheroes.
Mom says I am a lot like you because we are both smart and funny. My favorite thing to do with you is build with you, and it is really fun to pull pranks too. I love going on adventures I love going on adventures with you, like when we went to go ape and when we drove go-karts through the neighborhood like maniacs. You take care of me and Mom, give us a good home, and always protect us and keep us safe. When I was little and still thought monsters were real, you literally built me a monster detector so that I would feel safe. That's what heroes do. Baker, you make me and Mom very happy, and I am so excited that you are getting married, and we are celebrating becoming a family today. You and Mom have taught me family is the most important thing. I am proud that you are becoming my #1 stepdad, and I am honored to become your son. That will never change. You're the best stepdad in my life. Well, you're the only stepdad in my life.
I was going to ask who was number 2.
So that is one reason. But the main reason is you help me, you tuck me into bed, you do so much for me. You're even taking me to Disney World. So thank you. I love you.
You too, bud.
I was trying not to step on your dress.
I know, it's okay. Good job, buddy.
Where do I put these now?
I'll take it. Here, give it to me.
Thank you.
Get over.
Awesome.
Okay. Just like Mom's, yours are left at home too.
We'll read them at a later date.
Yeah.
Awkward.
So, as I say, we've been together for about 7 years now, and I love you very much. Even though there's days I want to do that Homer Simpson moment to you.
Why, you little...
Okay.
Yeah, that's the moment. But other days, we have lots of fun and do some crazy things.
Like when we went to Go Ape and we did the block with the guys that were at the bachelor party, and they were like, "Oh, come on, a kid can do it. I'm out of here."
No, that was you, not me.
I know, but
Those guys were bigger than I was.
I know, but you were laughing like crazy.
But we've did many things together, and I said, you've made me very, very proud. And I will be very proud whenever you try and grow up and become the great man that I know that you're going to be. I love you, bud.
Let it out, dude. Let it out.
Let it out. Okay.
He let it out. Go back over.
Do we have the rings?
Anyone? Oh, there.
Oh, sorry. I'm like trying to steal it from you.
Would you like to hand off your bouquet?
I just got it back, but I'll give it back again.
Would you take Wayne's ring, please? And will you take Jen's ring? And now,
You labeled them.
Jen and Wayne, you have each other's rings, and luckily for Wayne, I have these vows written down. Will you please hold each other's rings close to your heart? And now please repeat together after me. I choose you to be my wife and or husband.
I choose you to be my wife and or husband.
I knew you were going to do it, and you weren't going to do it.
Goes back to that Francisco Francesca.
I knew you
It's
were
like a
gonna
running theme. I give you my love, my heart,
And give you my love, my heart,
my hope, my joy.
my hope, my joy.
These I offer you freely.
These I offer to you freely, or the small
I thought you were
charge,
going to say under force.
To delight in your soul,
To delight
light
in your soul.
to nourish your mind,
to nourish your mind,
to celebrate love with you,
to celebrate love with you,
to share my joy,
to share my joy,
My joy.
to console you in sorrow.
to console you in sorrow.
I choose to go with you always.
I choose
Choose to go with you always.
I promise to listen to you,
I promise to consider what you say, and then probably do what you tell me anyway.
Yeah. That works.
Ditto.
Yeah, ditto.
To express my innermost feelings.
To express my innermost feelings.
To labor with you.
To labor with you.
To believe in you.
To believe in you.
Even when you doubt yourself.
Even when you doubt yourself.
To be the mirror of your highest value.
To be the mirror of your highest value.
And to hold myself beside you.
And to hold myself beside you.
For the rest of our days.
For the rest of our days.
I offer this ring as a token of our love.
I offer this ring as a token of our love.
And with it I join my life to yours.
And with it I join my life to yours.
As this ring has no end.
As this ring has no end.
Neither shall my love for you.
Neither shall my love for you.
And now, Wayne, you have Jen's ring.
Yeah.
Place it upon her finger.
Hey, Sherry, which hand is it?
I labeled it.
Look at your best man and then look at yours.
You know Larry would have asked.
And now say, take this ring and stand with me forever and always.
Take this ring and stand with me forever and always if it fits.
It's a
It's
screw
that
on.
spray tan. There we go.
And now, Jen, take Wayne's ring, place it upon his finger.
All right, wait a second. This is the humidity. Jeepers.
Oh, that thing's not coming back.
It's a screw on. And now, Jen, please say, take this ring and stand with me forever and always.
Take this ring and stand with me forever and always.
Jen and Wayne, may these rings be blessed as a symbol of your unity. As day follows night and night follows day, your two lives are joined in an unbroken circle. Wherever you go, may you always return to one another and the home you have made for each other in your hearts. May these rings forever represent your promises to each other, precious, perfect, and without beginning or end. And now, Jen and Wayne, will you please step up to the table and hold close to your heart, and Chris as well.
Yep.
Is this one?
Yeah, yours is the silver. And I'm on here. Quick switch.
Hold these containers close to your heart. These
I get the
containers
mind.
represent the essence of all you are and all that you bring to this union. As you hold them, embody the grains with all your hopes and dreams for the future.
When a single
Bring to mind the strength of your
mom goes out on a
promises, the
date
honesty and integrity with which you make
somebody
them,
new,
and all the little bits
it
of
always
personality
winds
that
up
make you unique
being more
and
like
wonderful
a
in each other's
job
eyes.
interview.
Jen, will you please pour
My
some of
mama used to wonder if
Take the top out.
she'd ever meet someone who wouldn't find out about me and then turn around and run. I met the man I call my dad when I was 5 years old. He took my mom out to a movie, and for once I got to go.
Now, Wayne, will you please pour some?
A few months later, I remember lying there in bed. I overheard him pop the question, and I prayed that she'd say yes. And then, all of a sudden, oh, it seemed so strange to me how we went from something's missing to a family. Looking back, all I can say about all the things he did for me is I hope I'm at least half the dad that he didn't have to be. I met the girl that's now my wife about 3 years ago. We had the perfect marriage, but we wanted something more. And now here I stand surrounded by our family and friends, crowded round the nursery window as they bring the baby in. And now all of a sudden, oh, it seems so strange to me Looking through the glass, I think about the man that stands.
You can sit closer. I don't bite.
And now, we will seal this vessel as a reminder that nothing is more important or more sacred than the bond that you share as husband, wife, and family. Chris? Oh, thanks. Can you see where you are there? Can you see where you are?
No,
Right
you're
there,
Right.
in the middle. You want to go ahead and give that a shake for me? Perfect. Because now you can see exactly where you are. You are all mixed up with these two for now and forever.
I know that.
Good. And now, family and friends, will you please join me in prayer? Bless this marriage, O God, as Jen and Wayne begin their journey down the road of life together. We don't know what lies ahead, for the road turns and bends, but help them to make the best of whatever comes their way. Help them to hug each other often, talk and laugh a lot. Help them to continue to enjoy each other as they did when they first met. Help them to realize that nothing nor no one is perfect, and to look for the good in all things and all people, including themselves. Help them to respect each other's likes and dislikes, opinions and beliefs, hopes and dreams and fears. Help them to learn from each other and to help each other to grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Help them to realize that there is design and purpose in their lives as in the world, and if they will hold on to each other, they will know that things have a way of working out for the good. Help them to create for their child a peaceful, stable home of love as a foundation on which they can build their lives. But most of all, dear God, help them to keep lit the torch of love that they now share in their hearts, so that by their loving example, they may pass on the light of love to their children and to their children's children forever. Amen.
Amen.
Family and friends, a bell is rung on the wedding day, the happiest day of the couple's lives, and is then placed in a central location in the home. If the couple begins to argue, one of them can ring this truce bell, reminding them both of that happiness and hopefully ending the disagreement quickly.
Oh, that's all you.
Jen and Wayne will now ring this bell for the first time.
Something like that.
Perfect. And now, Jen and Wayne, as you have showered our hearts with expressions of your love and promised each other the joy of all your days, by the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and before these witnesses, it gives me great honor and pleasure to pronounce you are what you have long known yourselves to be, husband and wife. Family and friends, go ahead and get all those bells out, including that big one right there. That's right. Jen and Wayne. Now, you hear that, right? You got to live it. Those bells are just going to keep on ringing. Louder, louder, louder. There we go. And now, you may kiss your bride. Family and friends, keep those bells ringing as we present for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Wayne and Jennifer Baker.